Hey, what's going on everybody? This is TweaK here, and I am going to be going over the new patch notes for the latest SCUM update, which just dropped today. A lot of really cool stuff that I'm going to run through with you guys now, and hopefully, yeah, you guys will find a lot of the stuff that got introduced today and some of the new rebalances pretty cool. Maybe bring you back to try the game out again, because I know it had a bit of a shaky start, but in my opinion, I feel like SCUM is getting to a place now finally where we're going to start seeing a lot of people coming back to play this game. There is a huge update coming out as well just before the end of the year, which is going to bring vehicles, and it's also going to be bringing out fortifications for buildings. So you will be able to clamp down in, say, your favorite town with your team, and you'll be able to fortify a building there, put all of your supplies in there, all of your collected gear, and use that essentially as your main hub or your stash, or you could have multiple buildings around the map. It's up to you. But this is kind of the patch before that. I'm not sure what's going to come out between now and then, but definitely by the end of the year we're going to have vehicles and the building fortifications, which I'm super excited about. But this midterm patch has brought a lot of really new cool stuff, such as the bow and arrow. Bow and arrow is very easily craftable within the first like 10-15 minutes of you getting into game. It's a really great way to silently kill puppets. You can even use it as a backup weapon to kill puppets quietly. If you're around an area where there might be a puppet bothering you, but you're trying to make your way to a PvP scenario, you hear gunfire or something like that, you can use the bow and arrow to take out puppets very quietly. There are also carbon arrows as well, which can only be found, and there's also a compound bow, which is findable in game also. I didn't find one today on my first session on the new patch, so hopefully over the next couple of days I might find one. We also have Primal Crafting, so we now have a boar mask and a goat head, I guess, the goat cap and the boar cap, so just more kind of vanity sort of stuff. You can also build these really intimidating looking spikes. You can put horse heads on them, you know. That thing looks like Jenna Marbles' dog Kermit. I don't know what the fuck that is. Human heads from your defeated foes, and then all the other wildlife you can come across in SCUM. So again, you know, you'll be able to put these outside your base. You know, people be walking by, they go, wow, that guy's killed like 38 people. And he collected all their heads and put them on spikes outside his base. Maybe let's not mess with that guy. You also have the introduction of tooth necklaces, or teeth necklaces, and ear necklaces. So you can collect the ears and teeth off people you've killed and wear them as a sign of your dominance. So yeah, depending on how much you like hunting, they come in 3 different variants. So, you know, you get higher and higher on the badass scale, the more teeth and ears you get. Also with this patch, huge introduction. You may now alter the size of your penis. The bigger your penis, the dumber your character is. The smaller your penis, the more intelligent he is. Also, people who bought the supporter pack, your penis will go 2 inches longer than people who don't have the supporter pack. So support SCUM. Get the supporter pack. It's like $8. You can get 2 inches on your penis. Great deal. They have also introduced musical instruments. There is an acoustic guitar, a banjo, and a harmonica. And it's got a bunch of different notes and stuff that you can play. So I'm sure people will have videos up soon of them playing, like, you know, the dueling banjos and I don't know, some other classics that, you know, people like to play on acoustic guitars, banjos, and harmonicas, I guess. And yeah, you can rebind all of the notes to different keys if you prefer, etc. It's pretty cool. We were messing with these today. It's actually really funny just having one guy in your group just playing the guitar as you're wandering through the land of SCUM. We also have these. This is like a security camera system that is for admin use. So you guys can like survey your server. You're the drone. You can look around and fly around and see what players are getting up to and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And also the Naval Base has been introduced, which is the bottom left of the map, the very bottom left. I was just there when we ended the stream today. It is awesome. There is a lot of gear down there, and there is a lot of PvP. Myself and Gooms and Shtick ended up getting into a fight with these 2 guys that kept coming back. They had a base nearby. They kept coming back fully geared. We killed them over and over again until they decided they didn't want to lose any more gear to us. So yeah, they decided to boogie on out of there as soon as they realized they weren't winning any of the fights. There's also a new head option to choose from in the character creation screen. Now we've had some balance changes. This is some stuff I really agree with. So military loot spawn rate has been reduced by 50%. This means that Scum is no longer a who's first to get to the military base, grab an SVD, get onto the roof with a 4x scope or a 6x scope, and kill everybody from a distance. The loot is a lot sparser. It feels good though. It feels like when you finally do find an SVD and a couple of bullets for it, you're like, oh my god, I need to treasure this. Same with the M16, the MP5. There's actually quite a lot of the 357 Desert Eagle variants and the 50AE Desert Eagle variants floating around. They're pretty good. Very loud, but effective. But obviously they stand, you know, there's no comparison between the pistols and the ARs and the other rifles in the game, stuff like that. All other loot has been reduced by 25%. All food gained from chopping puppets, animals, and players is reduced by 50%. So this means that food is more important. Your metabolism is more important. Make sure you're maintaining your metabolism is more important. Your hydration is more important. All this kind of stuff, it makes this game more of an... Honestly, what it was before to me personally was like almost like an arcade shooter where you'd spawn, you'd go to the airbase, you'd get loot, you'd kill people, you die, you respawn in that sector, you go straight back there, you loot, you kill, you die, you respawn in that sector. That's all this game was really before this patch came back in. So this kind of incentivizes you to hunt, you know, cook food, proper food, set up little campfires, you know, take 10-15 minutes to like sort out your inventory, cook your meat, you know, eat it, decide what you want to bring with you, decide what you want to leave behind. It's got a lot more consequence to it now. Fame point gain from shooting sentries is now 4 times lower. Yeah, I mean, it should be like this. You shouldn't be able to infinitely farm fame points off sentries. It's way too easy. Tearing out papers from diaries no longer give fame points anymore. Increased sugar gain on juices from 11 grams to 19 grams per 100 grams. So this is more to do with the metabolism balances. Urinating will now decrease sodium levels up to 10% per urination. So this is an effective way to eliminate sodium from your diet if you're looking to do that. Puppets can't be chopped into meat or fat anymore. Meat could not be eaten before anyway, so we decided to remove it. That doesn't really change anything. Binoculars take up 2x2 space in the inventory now. All scopes can be used as binoculars just by holding them in your hand. This is cool. This is something a lot of other games should have. It's just another way that if you find a scope, it's like, oh, hey, I got to carry this with me now until I find the right rifle to put it on, the right adapter to put it on my gun. You can actually still make use of it as a scouting tool before you move up to a military base, which is nice. Bug fixes. Fixed event selection combo box, sometimes not changing in a selected event. Fix the bug where grape trees would disappear after searching. Fix the bug that caused the camera to fly away if death occurred while prisoner was in the air. Fix the bug where corpses would disappear sometimes. Fix the bug where items would disappear after stabbed into corpses. Fix the bug with lookout ladders being unclimbable. Fix scope crosshair disappearing issue. Prisoner corpse is now properly cleared of equipment on search. Fixed a bug where prisoner corpse was twitching and teleporting on death. Fixed a bug where people would fall through the land in caves and be able to kill players below the ground. That's a nice fix. Fixed a bug where the blueprints could not be destroyed. Admin commands for all you server owners out there. The admin command for banning and setting fame points can now be done even if the player is offline. So all those bug abusing people that got shit tons of fame points get wrecked. You would either be banned from the server or they just decide to reset your fame points. Banned players are removed from the statistics list because they're dirty fucking cheaters and shouldn't be on the statistics list. Get them out of here. Added a new hashtag self-fame points to all. Set fame points to all with a value afterwards, so you can set everybody's points on the server if you would like. Optimizations and anti-cheat. More client and server optimization improvements due to 4.20 migration. Further updates onto our anti-cheat system. So yeah, that has been the quick little rundown. This patch makes the game feel great. There is a lot of gameplay sort of jankiness improvements. The game definitely feels a lot smoother than it was before. Movement feels smoother. You get higher FPS. It's just performing better. Interacting with the puppets isn't as weird as it used to be. They're definitely a bit more aggressive. Also, mechs now will not shoot you straight through cover, kill you through cover. They will not as aggressively hunt you down. They're not as frustrating to deal with, which was a problem that a lot of people had with the mechs and actually drove a lot of people away from this game. In my opinion, right now, mechs are pretty well balanced. I don't think I'd change them. There are a couple of mechs in a couple of military bases that could do with having their patrol patterns altered a little bit, because they kind of patrol the entry points a little too tightly. I feel like there should be a little leeway there to give people more of a window of opportunity to get into the bases. I understand it's a high loot area. I understand it's supposed to be risky to get in there. But I think the windows are a little bit too tight. I think increasing their patrol patterns across the board might be nice. It'll just be a little less frustrating. It's almost a quality of life kind of change. But yeah, guys, really great patch. I played SCUM straight for like 7 hours today on stream. I had a great time with it. I'm going to be streaming it again tomorrow, I believe. And I will probably continue streaming it a few times a week up until the vehicles patch comes out. When the vehicles patch comes out, I'm going to be playing this game a lot more with my friends, because vehicles are going to be awesome. I think vehicles are really going to change how many people are going to come back to this game. It'll make traversing the map a lot easier. It'll make traversing the map a more enjoyable experience just by bringing your buddies around. It's like, hey, I got a car, let me go pick you up. Instead of it being a 20-minute venture to meet up in a certain point, it'll be, I'll be there in 2 minutes, you know, zip across the hills or whatever. Or just take the roads, because there's a lot of roads in SCUM. So yeah, I think that would be huge. And I think it'll pull a lot more people back. But currently, this patch right here is awesome. It's really great. I love the direction the game is going in, bringing it more to the theme of being a hardcore survival game, as it's kind of meant to be, and kind of pulling it away from just being based on PvP. You know, there's more emphasis on survival and scavenging and crafting. There's so much new stuff you can craft in this patch. And it's great. Like today, we ended up actually crafting more bullets than we ended up finding. I found a big pilgrim backpack at the very start of the session. I got really lucky on that. And throughout the whole session, I was grabbing all the scrap metal, all the lead plates, toolboxes, gunpowders, all that kind of stuff. And I ended up crafting bullets for not only myself and my teammates. And I'm pretty sure we did end up crafting more bullets than we found. We did get a lot of ammunition off other players that we ended up killing. There was a lot of really geared players that we killed today. Now, I think some of those geared players, a lot of the ammo and stuff that they had was pre-patch because they didn't wipe the servers. So next time they do the server wipes, I think we're going to find a lot less geared players. There's going to be a lot more value in finding high-tier weapons and scopes and stuff like that. And it's going to make the game definitely a lot more... a lot more... how would I put it? A lot more important, pulling your gameplay from just being run and gun to being very stealthy and slow and calculated when it comes to deciding what fights you want to take and what fights you want to just, you know, leave alone because you don't want to lose all this gear you spent hours looking for. So yeah, guys, that has been my rundown of the latest SCUM patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you would like to see more of my content, go to twitch.tv/TweaK. It's no longer tweak_GG. It is just TweaK. Since I got partnered, I emailed Twitch and they gave me my name with no shenanigery added on. Feels good, man. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching and enjoy SCUM. Peace out, everybody.